darling?
I don't know, honey. Who is calling me?
Jessica. Jessie. Signal is so slow. Hello? Oh.
Hello?
Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Yeah, it was been we got a call, so we need to stop because it's a private call. And we want to serve privacy to our callers. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, so here, what's that? What we got? As I said, if you got family problem, personal problem, love life, you can send to us, and we're gonna squish our little mind for a little advice. Yeah, so here is it. Okay. Hi Beth and Terence, I am new to your channel. I am very happy I found your channel. Thank you. I am 26 years old. Oh, I need this, darling. Wait, I'm gonna put a microphone because it needs to be a little louder. Wait, as in wait. Okay.
Oh, that should be.
Yeah, so again, I'm gonna read it.
She's 26 years old.
Yeah. I am 26 years old, sales lady in one of the mall here in Cebu with a minimum salary. I am the breadwinner of the family of 7. My question is, I have a boyfriend. She is a tricycle driver. We've been boyfriend for 1 year now, but all of my co-workers discouraged me, even my neighbors and my family, why I choose a tricycle drivers. So now it seems I am poison because once we go out for date, I am the one paying for our food. I told him to find another job and to quit smoking because it didn't help his poverty condition. But he just said, okay, but then I can smell him cigarette. Few weeks ago, my co-sales lady arranged a blind date to me, to a foreigner, and seems he is nice and respectful. 68 years old, and he always go into my area assigned in the mall every day. So Terence and Beth advise me, and your subscribers, what should I do? Should I choose love or money? Hope you understand my English, Kathy. Love versus money, which is the best? You see, darling?
Well, Miss 26-year-old, you're making it seem as if it is one is all about love and the other is all about money. If one is all about money, it's unlikely to bring you happiness, even though it may bring you, to an extent, some security. Believe me, nothing is forever, and it is possible for someone who is wealthy now to be poor tomorrow. And if all that you married him for was money, what will you have left?
Yeah, nothing.
Then again, we found this, well, in our own particular case, I was never wealthy anyway, and I made that very clear when Beth and I met, and I said I have enough for us to live modestly, but I'm not at all wealthy. In fact, I joked that I would have to save up to be broke. So we have a certain amount of security, but then there is love, and I really feel that that's the case for Beth and I. So maybe you with this man could hope to develop the same thing. As for the tricycle driver, the thing that seems to me to be a red flag with him is that he is not being honest. He is saying that he's going to stop smoking, but he's not doing it. So there's an element of dishonesty there, and I always think if you catch somebody in a lie, is it the first lie or just the only lie that you have caught him in? So that might make you think again. There are other families. There are families of many of the tricycle drivers that we see. We see them every day in Taliban, and I'm sure that they are working very hard to provide for their families. So we can't judge him for being a tricycle driver, but what we can hopefully look at and be aware of is if he is smoking, a habit which is, as you pointed out, not helping his poverty situation, and he's not being honest about that, that would be a red flag for me. What about you, hon?
Sorry, I'm texting. Yes.
She's always just so enraptured by me talking, aren't you, darling?
No, this is my advice. I want to be on the side of the Filipino and then the foreigner. At first is about love. You said that you've been with your tricycle, the Filipino, for a year now. He's a tricycle driver, and he smoked. You need to tell him, that look. For example, if you're the tricycle driver just got 200 pesos a day or 150 pesos a day, less the smoke, less the cigarette, right? So whatever left over on that goes to the food or to the dish, right? So you need to explain to your boyfriend, what is our future when we get married and when we get kids. What is our future, right? So you're gonna explain that to your boyfriend, or maybe you can let him go to a TESDA, which is one of the government education program to give to those high school students that wants to go to abroad, right? And do like for example a welder, what others,
welder, electrician, security guard,
security guard who can go to abroad, and then who knows, you tell your boyfriend that what if we before we get married, you need to save first. You need to have a saving so that we will be equipped when we enter into a marriage life. And tell your boyfriend that I want to have not a good life. I want to have a good life to our future kids, and you cannot. And if you don't have a plan for the future, then possible I will find that to someone else. Be straightforward to your boyfriend. Because now you're a breadwinner, so you know how it feels. Especially if you have your own family, that is difficult. It's a headache to find to bring food in the table, and if your boyfriend is not responsible enough, then he's not deserved on it.
Well, the other thing is as well that. The other thing is that you, in spite of the fact that you've had a relationship with this man, the tricycle driver, the Filipino. You've had that relationship with him for over a year, and yet you allowed yourself to be pulled into a blind date with a foreigner. Not very honest, is it? And then thinking about it, we're criticizing this man for smoking.
I think, be honest. As I said, as we said, choose one and then fight for that one. If you think that that Filipino is your love, and then do you think that he will change, then go for him. But if you think that he will not change, because as you said that sometimes when you go out, you're the one who paying the food, so it's a quite not responsible, so as I said, it's my personal opinion, okay? So as I said, tell your Filipino boyfriend, you need to be responsible so that when we get married, you got a little savings, so we need to be responsible, because what if we're gonna have kids, right? And at the same time, let him stop smoking, while he can stop, because smoking every day is another expenses, and it will be deduct on your income.
Well, not to mention the fact that it is extremely unhealthy.
Yeah, and at the same, you always said, what you gonna choose, love or money? There's a sayings that love is good, right? Love is very, at the beginning it's very nice. It's like you're always in the clouds. But once you don't have food in the table, all the plates will fly, right? And sometimes that's also the reasons why there's also there's some breakups of relationship, some marriage relationship, because the husband is not responsible enough. That's one of the reasons, because once you don't have food on the table, it's always headache, right? It's always headache. And then plus, if your husband has been drinking and smoking, then that's the reasons why there's a lot of misunderstanding, quarrel.
Well, don't bring the drinking in. We don't know that he's
just in
drinking,
case,
do we?
as I said,
you just invented that one. Thrown that one in as you sometimes to support your viewpoint.
That's sometimes of the reasons. That's why because it's very unhealthy of the marriage if the children saw their father drinking always, and then their mother is working hard, doing labandera, doing laundry about the neighbor, and then their father is just there in the corner drinking with the neighbor. That's
no, we don't know. We don't know any of that, but one thing that does stick out to me is, first of all, he wasn't honest to you about him smoking. He said yes, but then he didn't do it, and you were left to realize by a little detective work using this that he was still smoking. Now, the other thing is, you were dishonest with him by going out on a date with a foreigner. Well, with anybody, you went out on a date and you're in a relationship. What would you do if you found out that he had been out on a date? How would you feel?
Yeah.
So there's a crack between you. There's a crack in the, whatever it is, the bond that should exist between two people who have been together for a year. Now, you should have been talking to him before this about his ambition or lack of it. It's not your job to put ambition into a man. The man should have ambition of his own. He should want to go somewhere, even if it's only to own his own tricycle. Who knows, if he's earning so little that you have to pay for meals, and I don't imagine that you're going to expensive restaurants. You probably are eating in candelarias, which are, we're talking about 200 and 300 peso meals for 2 or 3, as we know, because we operate there as well. What?
Yeah, and at the same time, if you talk to your boyfriend and then you think that he will change, right? And you saw that he tried his best, he become hardworking, then fight for your love. Choose your love, because whether you got a lot of money, for example, you choose money, right? And then you don't have love to that person, you will be misery, But if you look around somewhere, if you look around on the road, in the street, there are people such as sleeping on the road, right, on the street, but and eating in the road with a what do you call that, hand? With a box, but they're smiling because there is love on the family, But all you need to tell to your boyfriend, be responsible.
You need to find out. Generate, motivate him in finding some ambition from somewhere.
Yeah,
and it
him.
has to be greater than just driving a tricycle long term. Yes, you could become an old man driving a tricycle. I'm sure it's a valuable service that we all use all the time. But is that the life that you consider is for you? And if you've already accepted a date with someone who is a lot older than you on the basis of security, then you have already made some kind of a decision that just being in love is not it.
Yeah.
And actually, you didn't say that you love your boyfriend very much. Did she?
He did.
Did she say that?
He said they've been 1 year. So
she said that they've been together 1 year, but did she say that she loved him very much?
No, there's no very much.
There's a distinct lack of very much.
Yeah, so as I said, if you think if you think that your boyfriend will not change and he's not worth to fight for, then
Well, you
go
might have to decide
decide
for
and
yourself.
choose one. Decide and choose one and go to the other way.
Wait a minute, and another thing, honey. She didn't say that this foreigner or this older man who evidently has money has offered her the earth. She didn't say that.
Yeah, but he said that
She's
the foreigner is always been going in to look at her in the work in the area where she
Okay,
assigned. So there's already a sign.
There's a sign of some commitment.
Yeah, and whether she knows how much pension is that, maybe he just worked out that maybe 20,000 above, and 20,000 a month here. Income is very big, you know. So maybe he worked it
Now
out.
you're getting really mercenary.
Most mercenary.
Mercenary is when you're thinking in money terms.
I
So you shouldn't actually be looking at this man and saying, "Hold on a second, before we go on this blind date, how much do you earn in a week?
no,
What's your pension, by the way?"
No, I think he's just working out, you know. I think he's working out that there's already, this man is 68, so there's already pension, you know. So
Well, if he's here and he doesn't work and he's a foreigner,
yeah,
what age was it?
68. That's what he
My
mentioned.
God, he's that old?
Yeah. So
How can anybody be that old? Anyway,
yeah, as I said, it's your decision, so it's up to you, you know. But you just look at this way. If you love that person, fight for it. But if you think that that person is not deserved for your love, then go to the other way, you know, because it's not just all about love, and at the same time it's not just all about money, but it should be it should be mind and heart, you know. Because if you just use your mind and not your heart, you will not be happy. At the same time, if you just use your heart, if you just use your heart and not using your mind, you will ended up crying always. Right? So as I said, let the mind and the heart work together. Even though not together, but at least a little closer. Okay? As I said, there's a Filipino sayings when it comes to love. Bahalag saging, basta labing. Pero dili na tinuod kanunay.
I was going to say that.
There's a sayings that it's okay to eat banana as long as you've been it's okay to eat banana together with your loved one, together with your loving. You want to eat banana all day? All month, just eat banana?
Not really, honey, no. Is that with rice?
No, just banana. Whether it's barbecue, banana cue.
Well, it shouldn't have rice. Your mother says if you don't eat rice, you'll have a headache.
Yeah, so that's what I said. As I said, it's our personal opinion, so it's up to you. And listen our subscribers' opinion, views, and pray for guidance, you know. Do not choose the foreigner because he got money, but at the same time, choose a foreigner because of love. You know, if you think that you can learn to love that foreigner and be faithful to him and taking care of him, then go for him, right? But tell the other guy, we're finished, okay? And, you know, and focus on that foreigner. But if you think that you're gonna fight for your love to your Filipino, then tell that foreigner, no coming in here.
Don't come in to see me.
Yeah.
I'm not available to be seen.
Yeah, just tell him that you got boyfriend, and whatever happened, I will fight for him. You know, or else you're gonna tell your boyfriend, go for TESDA, or you know, go for college. There are free college in some state universities. You know, and maybe like that. Right?
Either way, get honest.
Yeah, be honest.
Either way, get truthful.
Yeah.
If you want to have any peace in your life, get truthful, get honest. Okay, next.
Yeah, so again, bahalag saging, basta labing, pero